In 22 years plus of doing this job as a news reporter, this is one of the cases that kind of sticks with me because we know the who, what, when, where, but the why is always the question.
Do not watch these 5 scary videos alone. You've been warned. Some things aren't just scary, they stick with you, creeping into your mind long after you've watched them. Imagine drinking a cup of water with an odd taste, only to later learn that a body was found in the building's water tank. Or casually browsing the internet, only for your computer to become possessed by something sinister. Well, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Here are 5 of the scariest videos on the internet, so be warned, you might just regret watching this alone. There's something deeply unsettling about the number 666. That's exactly what makes the infamous username 666 on YouTube so terrifying. Out of curiosity, this guy typed 6666 into the search bar, looking for the mysterious channel. At first, nothing happened. But after refreshing the page severally, things started getting weird. The usual red and white YouTube layout began to distort. The buttons became glitchy, the text warped into unreadable symbols, and the thumbnails on the screen twisted into grotesque, bloodied images. Clicking anything just made it worse. The user then quickly tried to exit the page, but he couldn't. No matter how many times he hit the back button, the site refused to let them leave. The colors darkened, turning into a sickly shade of red, and disturbing imagery took over. Faces melted, eyes stared lifelessly from corrupted thumbnails, and at one point, a grotesque figure appeared on the screen. The user desperately tried to close the window, but their computer refused to obey. Instead, the screen filled with flashing visuals and corrupted data, as if something had taken over the system. If the idea of a haunted YouTube page made you uneasy, wait until you see this real-life sighting caught on camera. It's not every day you see a human being floating in midair, but that's exactly what a man in Russia claims to have recorded. The footage, which surfaced online years ago, shows a man walking his dog through a wooded area when he suddenly stops. Off in the distance, there's a young girl levitating. The girl appeared to be suspended several feet above the ground, while another figure, presumably her mother, stands nearby watching. The girl's body was just still, perfectly balanced in the air, before slowly descending back to the ground. The moment she landed, the woman quickly grabbed her hand and walked away, seemingly unfazed by what just happened. The man filming, clearly disturbed, stands frozen before his dog starts barking, snapping him out of his shock. Naturally, people were divided when the video was posted. Some were convinced it was a hoax, possibly done with wires or clever editing. But here's the weird part. This wasn't the first time reports of levitating people had surfaced. Similar sightings have been reported in various parts of Russia and Eastern Europe, often in remote locations where few people would witness them. Whether this video is real or fake, it definitely taps into one of humanity's biggest fascinations, the possibility that there are things out there beyond our understanding. As bizarre as a floating child may be, it's nothing compared to what happened on live television in Wyoming. The Wyoming incident refers to an alleged pirated TV signal takeover that interrupted local programming with a chilling, cryptic message. Unlike typical news or emergency alerts, this one wasn't there to inform. It was there to unsettle.
Wyoming today, making him the first to visit in preparation for the 2008 general election. Republican President Jackson.
The footage that exists today shows a series of eerie, distorted faces, each staring directly into the camera. The images aren't just unsettling, they're designed to make you uncomfortable. The faces appear almost human, but their eyes are unnaturally wide, their expressions slightly distorted, as if their features have been warped by some unseen force. Accompanying the visuals are strange, glitchy messages flashing across the screen. You will see such pretty things. What hides in your mind? And nothing is priceless. The text appeared in a simple white font against a black background, making it even creepier. The audio was another nightmare altogether. High-pitched tones mixed with distorted whispers that made the entire thing feel like some kind of a psychological experiment. Some viewers even reported headaches, nausea, and dizziness after watching it, though that could be the result of suggestion rather than anything truly supernatural. To this day, no one has definitively proven who was behind the Wyoming incident. Few real-life mysteries have captured the internet's imagination quite like the Elisa Lam case. In February 2013, the 21-year-old Canadian student was found dead in a water tank on the roof of the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles. That alone would be disturbing, but it's the security footage from the hotel elevator that turned this case into one of the most unsettling viral videos of all time. In the video, Elisa enters the elevator and appears to be acting strangely. She presses multiple buttons, but the doors refuse to close. She steps in and out, peeks around the hallway, and even gestures wildly as if speaking to someone who isn't there. At times, her movements seem erratic, almost unnatural, as though she's trying to evade something unseen. After a few minutes, she leaves, and the elevator doors finally shut. It was the last time she was seen alive. Her body was discovered 2 weeks later after hotel guests complained about low water pressure and a strange taste in the water. When maintenance workers checked the rooftop tank, they found her floating inside, naked, with her clothes at the bottom. Theories range from a paranormal entity pursuing her to the hotel's dark history influencing her behavior. Some believe she was suffering from a mental health episode due to her bipolar disorder, while others claim she was being stalked and murdered. No clear answers have ever emerged, making the footage a true nightmare in real life. Theme parks are supposed to be fun, but even the happiest place on Earth has its shadows. In 2009, Disneyland's security cameras captured something that shouldn't be possible: a transparent figure walking through the park at night. The footage, which was leaked online, shows what appears to be a ghostly silhouette gliding down Main Street, USA. The strangest part? The figure walks through fences, gates, and even water as if it doesn't exist in the physical world. At first, it looks like a simple glitch in the camera feed, but as the video continues, the ghostly outline remains consistent across multiple angles. If it were a reflection or a camera artifact, it would disappear when switching to another security feed. But it doesn't. It keeps moving, undeterred by physical barriers. Whether the video was real or not, the idea that Disneyland might be haunted adds a whole new level of fear to an otherwise magical place. Anyway, which of these videos terrified you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the eerie and unexplained, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more spine-chilling content.